Hello, my name is Amanda Aldama, and I am a first-generation college student here at San José State University. Since fall 2011, over half of new students here at San José State are among the first in their family to attend college. We experience many challenges in attaining our four-year degree, including financial stress, feeling alone or overwhelmed, stereotypes, fewer learning opportunities before college, and changing relationships to peers and family. A majority of first-generation college students say that they go to college to someday achieve the American dream. I am one of them. Yet despite these challenges, we are qualified and capable. We achieve success through the support of parents, peers, teachers, and access to resources at SJSU, such as the Aspire program, Generate, and Peer Connections, as well as with a bit of hard work. I made it, and you can too. How do I know? Because you're not alone. I relate.
Hi, my name is Lynn Sao, and I'm a graduate student in the Counselor Education Department here at San Jose State University. I work as a student assistant in academic advising and retention services.
My name is Monica Villegas. I am a fourth-year student here at San Jose State University, and I am a nutrition major with a concentration in dietetics. And currently, I am also working for the Aspire program here at San Jose State.
I am Kevin Ingram. I am a sociology major, and this is my 5th year in school.
My name is Carolina Avalos, and I am a senior graduate student in the Counselor Education Department.
My name is LaPortia Tenner. I'm currently a 3rd year, and my major is African American Studies.
My name is Margarita Lozano. I recently graduated from San Jose State Communication Studies with a double minor in Mexican American Studies and Business.
Hello, my name is Mario Maciel. I attended San Jose State between 1994 and 1996. I majored in industrial organizational psychology with a minor in Spanish. I'm currently the division manager for the City of San Jose's Mayor's Gang Prevention Task Force.
So my name is Jessica Pinales, a grad student here for educational counseling. I'm also interning with counseling services, and I'm a peer mentor for Peer Connections.
My name is Michael West. I am 4th year, going to be a 5th year. I am a psychology and behavioral science double major.
My name is Richard Paul Francisco. I'm a psychologist.
My name is Amanda Doherty. I am a graduating senior, and I am a health science major.
I'm Barry Schiller, and I majored in psychology, and I'm now the Associate Vice President for Marketing at San Jose State.
My name is Christina Ramos. I have a degree in liberal studies and obtaining my master's degree in public administration. I'm currently the director of the MESA Schools program here at San Jose State University.
My name is Adriel Gudo, and I'm a senior at San Jose State University, majoring in psychology.
I'm Angel Gudo Senior, my son.
Hi, my name is Kwan Lam. I am majoring in chemistry with a concentration in biochem, and I am a first-generation college student.
I didn't know exactly that it's going to take me where I wanted to go, but I feel like I knew I needed to do it.
When I went to school, they used to group us according to achievement level. And I just happened to be in honors courses, AP courses, with a group of students that were planning to go to college.
I desired to better my life and to do a bit more than my parents had the opportunity to. Like many first generations, they came with nothing.
If my parents don't have a college degree, they came here from Cambodia while there was a war there, so they didn't have a chance to obtain their higher education. So they inspired me to further my education so that more opportunities could be open for me.
Ever since we were little, my parents have always encouraged us to go to college. It was never a question about going, it was just that we were going to go.
My parents have definitely been my inspiration. They immigrated to the United States at a very young age. They had no formal education other than elementary school. So they have always been the ones pushing me, education is important. Get your degree. It'll get you so many more opportunities in life. So they are definitely the ones that have motivated me and inspired me, as well as all of the other first-generation students.
In my town, all people don't go to college, so I figured, well, I don't want to live like them.
In my neighborhood, it was very stereotypically like low economic, students get in trouble. A lot of my friends, instead of going to college, went to juvenile hall or went to prison, got married really young, or had children very young. So I didn't see that in my future.
Growing up, I didn't know anyone that went to college.
There wasn't really anyone who I could talk to about how do I do financial aid, or how do I register for classes, what should I take, what should be my major. I really had to figure it out on my own.
One particular summer I can remember, I went to summer school because it was the only way to get through in the amount of time that I needed. And I had 3 different jobs all the same time.
Money has always been an issue, and for some crazy reason, we always find a way to get by. There's always something. We always find a way, and I think that's the good thing about us is, you know, we're real resilient, and we mold and we adapt.
I think one of the biggest challenges was I moved out of home and into an apartment as a freshman. And that's really like uncommon and unheard of, as when I got here I found out. And so I really I had only about 3 people that I knew here. And so it was difficult for me at first to put myself out there. The thing that helped me through that challenge was getting involved finally on campus, and then finding a support network here on campus, and that really kind of guided me through my time here.
In high school, everyone tells you, go to college, you know, but sometimes they don't provide you with those resources necessary. Sometimes, you know, classes don't exactly prepare you for this level of academic work. Other times, you don't even know what classes you're going to take, you know. You're just kind of thrown in here not really knowing what to expect. So another struggle that sometimes I still face today is even with my parents. Like I said, they've always been very supportive. But, you know, in high school, back when you had to take your SATs, they'd be like, oh, why do you have to take all these tests? Like, what is this going to help you for? Or what do you mean you have to fill, what is this FAFSA you're talking about?
I didn't have any idea what it took to be successful. I didn't have anybody prodding me or nudging me or, you know, or checking on me to see how I was doing initially. And before I knew it, I found myself, you know, dropping out of a class maybe one semester and then doing really poorly. And it took a tremendous amount of effort to be able to end up finishing in 4 years, which I did.
It was constantly me being in my professor's office or my advisor's office so that they can get to know me, know who I am. Especially being a first-generation college student, the one thing you want to do is have them know you, so that once they get to know you, that they'll also help you.
I've been pretty much pioneering this experience on my own. My parents are immigrants, so I could only rely on them so much without them, you know, looking at me confused and saying, go figure it out, Mina.
It was really exciting. My family was really happy for me. It was kind of like a dream for them, and then I didn't realize it, but I feel like now I'm fulfilling this dream for both of us.
You pave your own way. I feel like as first generations students, I've learned that we make our own paths. We don't necessarily take this traditional path. We start paving them for others.
Being a first generation has made me a more stronger individual. It's pushed me to my limits.
Reflecting back on it now, I realized that there were probably a lot of people who were worrying about the same things I was worrying about and struggling with the same things that I was struggling with, but I kept a lot of that to myself.
Your parents don't really know what's going on and how to direct you and help you, and sometimes they just rather you just come home so you're local. They don't have to worry.
That's one thing I deal with when I mentor students a lot is they drive 4 hours to go home Friday night and then, you know, 4 hours to come back Sunday night. And it's like right there you're losing out on 4 hours of your daylight. And that's a lot of time, a lot of study time. Sit your parents down or your guardian and let them know. I might not be as close, like talking every day like we were when I was at home. It doesn't mean I don't love you anymore. I have a goal I'm going for. Don't be offended if I don't come home this weekend. Via communication is the best thing. definitely become a more mature relationship. I mean, growing up, we used to joke around a lot. We still joke around a lot. I feel like we're definitely closer.
I think we see each other more as rather than a father and a son. I think we're more man to man. Still father and son. That's always in your heart, but the respect and that we give for each other. I think we're more even keel now. And even sometimes I'll come to him for an answer on something, and I think it's cool because it's not the teaching process is over now. It's enjoying experiencing the person you raised.
I have a bachelor's, I have 2 master's degrees, and I have a PhD. And I can remember going through school, and my parents didn't know what those degrees were. And I used to tell my mother when she'd say, "Richard, aren't you ever going to finish?" And I would say, "Getting degrees, Mom, is like having potato salad at a picnic. You can't have too much."
My dad, when he hears college, all he thinks about is like business majors and engineering majors and things where you can make money. Like it's definite that you're going to go on to a career of a lot of money. And so every time I told him about an interest I had, it was the next question was, how much money can you make doing that?
I think the biggest struggle with me and my parents is they understand the work that goes into it, but I don't think they really understand. Maybe because I make it sound easy for them because I don't want to worry them.
The struggle I had with my parents was that they did not want me to join clubs or be involved in with activities on campus. And what I had to do was sit down and tell them how important it was to me. And they finally realized that it was important for me to relieve my stress and do other things outside of studying.
When we first started, we would send care packages like once a month. Well, it wasn't much, but just so he knew that home was still here and we were still sitting there rooting for him, and he's got our support. So I think just that little things that let them know home is still here. We're not just happy we turned your room into a sauna or something. We're still here and watching. So
My dad played a real strong role. He taught me how to turn negative things into a motivation to reach a positive. And there's times too where I was down and I didn't understand something and school wasn't for me, or when I didn't really want to go to class and he's leaving to work and I'm still sleeping in, and it's like you gotta get up, going to school, working, and then at the time too when I was attending junior college I was playing football, so it was a lot on me and school was catching the worst of it. And he noticed that and he told me, you know what? You don't need to work. If you're going to play football, but you don't need to work, and he took on the extra load. And it's a little bit eye-opening, as an adult now, when I look back and I see the sacrifices that all of my family has made.
When everything felt wrong, my mom was just there supporting me, and she said, Mihai, you have to get back up. The world does not stop spinning for you. And so I remember, hearing that quote, and then she's like, I was just thinking, she's right. So I really relied on my mom's support and my brothers. I'm 1 out of 6, so I relied on my brothers and my sister to just keep me going because they were looking up to me and they're like, if you can do this, then we can too.
Worried a lot about the money, about transportation and whatnot, and I was like, no, let that fall on me. And we'll figure it out.
But getting to be involved in that decision and and not influencing it by trying to persuade him, but just being there and kind of being part of his decision making was a really awesome experience.
I just was a role model for my children. And they saw my one son has a master's degree in MBA in business.
It's just awesome to see him accomplish the goals he set for himself. It was like when you see him first walk.
To me, it was like a privilege as a parent. And I think that for anybody that's going to school now, to know that you're not only doing this for yourself, you're doing it for generations to come.
I wanted to have the college experience. I wanted to get away. I wanted to move out. I wanted to do all those things. But at the time, I also didn't want to be too far away because what if I couldn't handle it? What if I needed to go home or anything like that? And so I think it helped I'm from South San Francisco, so the 40-minute distance was perfect. I looked at
the school spirit that this school had. I could have went to any other school that I was accepted to, but it was just something about this school, just how people appreciate the campus, and they're so school spirited. I loved it, and I was really attracted to the energy here.
It wasn't until I came to the Admitted Spartan Day at San Jose State, and as soon as I stepped on this campus, as soon as I saw Tower Hall, I knew it. Like, I knew it. I felt home. I felt like this was the place that I wanted to be a part of.
At San Jose State, you definitely learn how to become a global citizen, to appreciate different cultures as well. Those are two big things. And the education comes with that too. I mean, I'm there for the education.
When I look back on it, it was the right decision. All his accomplishments, he's in a fraternity, he's in his honor society, he's in some sort of government post. He's experienced the whole college experience, so to speak, the traditional college experience. And that was the main thing we wanted for him, was to get away and experience that.
Truly, what has made my college experience what it is, or what it was here at San Jose State, was just being involved. I started getting involved with the Cesar Chavez Community Action Center and saw different volunteer opportunities for me to work with other underrepresented students.
I work for the Aspire program, and that is one resource that I've definitely taken advantage of ever since I was a freshman. This program is focused on first generation, low income, or disabled students, and I've been with them ever since my freshman year, and they've provided me with one-on-one academic advising, personal counseling, social and cultural events.
Before school started, they gathered 50 freshmen together and taught them everything that they needed to know about San Jose State in a week. Just every day was packed with seminars and fun activities.
Through them, I found my fraternity, which is Alpha Phi Omega, and then after that, I found peer health education, which I've been involved with and loved.
I just got initiated last semester in Alpha Phi Omega, and it's a community-based co-ed fraternity, and as I was pledging, we had to do community service and just helping out those people that we did. It definitely touched my heart.
I joined Beta Theta Pi in fall of 2012. And I went from having no friends down here to a full support group of almost 30 people in a few weeks, and that was really cool.
Peer Connections is really great because they provide tutors in most undergrad courses. They also have peer mentors that you can sign up with. If you're struggling a little bit with time management or things, they can help you with that, but they're also just another ear to kind of listen to and to kind of encourage you to keep going. Counseling services is another great one. They also have personal counseling and educational counseling, which is what I do. Mosaic has a lot of different really cool events that they put on.
The CASA Student Success Center here on campus at San Jose State University is located on the 5th floor of Macquarie Hall. It has an open study area where students can rent out laptops or just have a quiet place to study if needed, and if they need general education advising, we are there to assist with that as well.
At San Jose State, I went to the Career Center to help me find a job and help me find scholarships to pay for school and help me with my resume and cover letter.
We do employ students. We have some jobs that I love to see students have a chance to perform, because to me it's a chance for them to discover whether or not the kind of work that we do, whether it's photography or writing or video production or advertising, would be of interest to them professionally.
I got involved with EOP, and after EOP, that's when I was accepted into Golden Key International Honor Society. I started looking more into other programs, and I started trying to provide that information to my members. So that's when I started recognizing, the Big Mayor's program, and I got hired on with Peer Connections, and that's when I started attending meetings for Generate with Jennifer.
Generate and other resources on campus have helped me adapt to college life and also enabled me to interact with my community.
And I always had someone to turn to, and every time I was in doubt, I had somewhere to go to or someone to ask, since they were just right there and they showed me what to do. They held my hand and walked me through this process this whole time I've been here.
If it weren't for the resources, I wouldn't have had somebody to help me and guide me and tell me, these are the classes that you should take, this is how much tuition is, this is how you should budget yourself. If you look for a person to help you, you will find somebody on campus to help you.
There are just a number of resources, endless amount of resources for first-generation students, and they really need to take advantage of them. You know, and looking at what we have here, I just wish I would have had something like that while I was in school, because it was a real struggle for me. I'm not going to lie about that.
One thing I learned about college is that not everyone's experience is the same.
College, it's more than what you see in the movies. It's definitely a stepping stone for a better life for you and your future children if you choose to have them. You find who you are. You don't know what career you want to go to college, get your education. It's definitely one of the best choices that I've made.
I never would have imagined myself going beyond my bachelor's degree because we barely imagine ourselves going past high school. So it's a very interesting journey and experience, and as I look back, I just feel so fortunate and blessed to have, met the people that I came across. I feel like everything happens for a reason.
Feeling like I was almost going to fail at something, but being able to pick myself up and actually accomplish something, that's something so small maybe compared to some, just I passed the math class, but it was such a huge deal to me that I didn't want to be another Latino at San Jose State who fails their pre-algebra class. And after accomplishing that, I was very determined to graduate within the 4 years and to get good grades and to find a major that I was passionate about.
Whatever you give to the university in terms of going to programs, going to fraternity, sorority life, you're going to get back.
Keep an open mind and don't limit your options.
Don't take on a major just because you think, oh, I can make more money in this major. No, you can make money anywhere and with anything. Making money is not the reason to get a good education or to go into a particular field. You go into a particular field because you love it. And if you love what you're doing, don't worry about it. The money will follow.
Whatever you can do to make it easy for them to just focus on their academics, their school, you do it.
Once you go to college, be thankful that you're in school.
Because an education, a degree, having letters behind your name, opens up a lot of doors.
Stay focused. Don't get caught up with the environment to say, you know what, I have a test Monday, can't really go out today.
Don't get discouraged. I know there's going to be times where you want to throw the towel and be like, oh, I'm just dropping out, taking a job, but it's not worth it. Just keep going and push forward. Next thing you know, those years will be gone, and I promise you it's worth it.
My biggest piece of advice is not to be afraid to ask for help or not to be afraid to seek different resources on campus. There's so many different things that are offered, not just for first generation students, but for all students. A lot of them are free or included in your tuition, so you might as well take advantage of them.
That's what it's there for. So I'd say, above all, don't hold on to those questions. Call me if you find my name in the email directory, and email me. Anybody that you approach at San Jose State is going to want to help you.
And a lot of times it's just people don't know how to ask. People don't know where to go. And it starts by asking, and just learning how to talk to a professor is really important. Me being a first generation, I was very shy and I didn't want to talk to my professors, and I didn't want to let them know that I was struggling in their class. But learning how to talk to other people who are different from you, is a very important skill that I think people should learn as they're in college.
It does not matter where you come from, who you're related to, what struggles you've been through, as long as you just have faith and just believe in yourself, you can pretty much do anything.
Don't take no for an answer. Ask about programs, ask about help. If someone says, oh, well, there's nothing for that, and you accept it, you're not going to get any help.
you made it to college, make the best of your experience. Your college experience is what you make of it, so be open-minded, step outside of your comfort zone.
Interacting with clubs and other people at your school is highly important. Joining other groups on campus helps you feel more a part of the campus, and you're around more people who want to succeed in school, so they push you to succeed.
Don't give up, obviously. And what you're going to need to do that is surround yourself around the right type of friends, people that understand your struggle, that can support you when you're down, because there'll be peaks and valleys. There'll be times when you're overwhelmed by the assignments, overwhelmed by the financial struggles, etc. So make sure you surround yourself around caring, loving adults and friends, and don't ever give up.
It's determination, and if you're determined and you put your heart out there and talk to your professors, talk to your classmates, study, work together, find the answers. Don't just let it overwhelm you. Just keep trying. I guess really, this whole experience has taught me that I set my mind to something and maintain, that determination and drive, and I can succeed.
There's a community out there of like-minded people, individuals, who are just willing and ready to help you out. You just need to open up about your experiences. And if you don't necessarily want to open up, at least get involved and hear their experiences and find that as a way. I guess in one of my Mexican studies class, they would say la cultura cura, and I remember thinking what does that mean? La cultura cura, and what it meant is with through the connections that you have with your culture, with your community, that's a way of healing and that's a way of progress. And so you're not stuck in your problems, but you're looking at the bigger picture and you're just striving to push forward. So if there's any advice that I would give first generation students, I would just tell them to get connected with their community, and through them find that resource of support, that source of support and motivation to just keep going, because the world does not stop spinning for you.
I relate.
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 I relate.